Welcome to this month's Magic Divorce Club workshop. It's all about what happens to the house, because obviously when we go through divorce, you have something that both of you live in, and then all of a sudden it's like, what happens next? And it can be incredibly unsettling for everybody involved. And obviously, if you've got kids as well, it's just so much to balance. And what I would love for today is to just look at how we can create a bit of stability within ourselves. Like, we can't answer all the questions here and today, but we can create a kind of baseline so that you feel just a little bit more steady in yourself as you're working through collecting the bits of information and not getting overwhelmed by how much it feels like there is to do. So I'm joined today by my lovely friend Susie. She is from Smart in Mortgages, and she's just really good with numbers in a way that I'm very much not. So she's here to kind of hold the practical side, but she's going to teach us like we're just little kids so that we don't get overwhelmed by it. Just like the overview of the next few things you might need to do. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you for being here, Susie. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. I deal with a lot of divorce clients. It's one of my specialities. Having been through a divorce myself, so I'd love to empower people, and sometimes get rid of the myths and everybody's opinions in your ears. So just nice facts on what you
Yeah,
can and can't do.
that's what we want. Okay, so please remember this isn't legal advice. This is your calm first support and kind of simple clarity so that you can work out what you're going to do next. If you don't want to have your camera on, feel free to switch it off at any point. You're not under pressure to be visible. And yeah, like I say, we're not trying to solve the whole of your housing future today. We're just looking at making you feel safer so that you can actually look at this stuff, and then looking at what one next step is. Okay. So as always, I would love for you to just start for a second and just feel your feet on the ground. And we'll look at just helping the body feel a bit safer as we cover some of these things. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, and just shut your eyes for a moment. Take a nice deep breath down into the lower belly. Slowly exhale out through the mouth. And just feel your shoulders drop, the sides of the neck relax. Keep taking deep breaths into the lower belly. Exhaling really slowly out through your mouth. And let your chair hold you. Feeling the connection with the ground. Big breath into belly. Slow exhale out through the mouth. Just letting the body know that it's safe for us to look at this stuff. Nothing dangerous is happening right now. You're in a safe space with people who care about you. Keep your attention on your breath for a few more moments. Deep inhale. Long, slow exhale out through the mouth. So anytime that you feel yourself feeling emotional or triggered about your house, just come back to this slow, deep breath. Even through this, if I say something and you're suddenly like, oh gosh, take that deep breath into the belly, slow exhale out through the mouth. I now regularly just do it at my kids. Like, you're triggering me. Okay. So what we want to do is just keep regulated in the body and then look at the options. And then it's one next step. So when it comes to the house, whatever you're feeling at the moment, I know for both of you that's here, there's a lot going on around moving, staying, how the kids are going to be, whether they're grown-ups or not, it doesn't matter. It's very, it's just huge. It's huge for the nervous system. And the reason it feels so hard is because your home is literally your safe space, or it should be. It's a place where you rest. It's where you've brought your kids up maybe, or it's where they're certainly nearby, and your whole life is almost contained in this space. And so when that is threatened, the nervous system just reads it as I am in danger. I feel like the body feels like you're in danger, like something is potentially chasing you. And then that underlying feeling can last all the time. And sometimes you're just sitting there going, why do I feel anxious? And it's like, because you've got this huge decision weighing on you about where you're going to put your roots down. And it's more than just grieving the house and that kind of thing. It's like your identity, the routines that you formed around it, what you're used to seeing out of the window, um, how your kids feel, this is where they come home, this is their home. Um, and there is really something about, feeling the feet on the ground, but your roots literally are here. So when you move house, it feels like picking up a tree. You're picking it up and all the roots are dangling, and then you have to put it down somewhere else. Like, that is how it can physically feel. So if you do feel overwhelmed about your home and the decisions, like, it's so understandable. And overwhelming. So you're certainly not failing. So really give yourselves a massive break when you start thinking, why is this not easier? Because it just isn't easy. Moving at any stage in your life is in the top 3 most stressful things you could do. It's the NHS says so. So if you're freezing, if you're feeling like you want to punch someone in the face, all of those things, it's because your body doesn't feel safe right now. So you're not overreacting. It's just your body is trying to protect you. And when it comes to like children, if you've got your children, whether they're grown up or not, we're all still very much kids when we think about our own parents. So it doesn't matter how old they are, and grandkids. It is possible to help them still feel stable, even though you haven't got perfect certainty right now. And it's because it's all about this breath work. It's keeping your body feeling like, okay, I don't know what's coming up, but I can keep my body feeling safer. So it's more of a nervous system experience, not so much where you physically are. So as long as your kids can sense that you feel okay, or certainly you're working and doing all the things you can to support your body, that filters out to everybody else. So just keep returning back to that breath. And you can control certain things. It feels like everything is totally out of your control, but there are certain things you can control, which are things like predictability. So how you show up and the tiny routines that you can keep for yourself and for your kids. So keeping bedtimes the same, doing breakfast the way you would normally do wherever you are. They're all little things that just let the body know, like, okay, this is familiar. Because sometimes the brain craves familiar, but that isn't always safe, you know? So you can be in the worst situation, but because your brain is like, oh, yes, we know what to do here, this is safe, it's actually not. And so we have to keep reminding our brains and our bodies that actually change is what's going to be safe for me. And leaning into that, the possibility that the future can be really beautiful and it can be safer and um, just better than what you're currently experiencing. But change to our brains and our bodies often can be interpreted as this isn't safe.